Biden's base was better off under Trump than Biden. How's the media going to save him? That means Biden's on his own, and he can't save himself. For a second year in a row, he's skipping out on the traditional Super Bowl interview. Last year, he dodged Bret Baier because Fox had it, and I could kind of see that. But this year, it's CBS. He's dodging Norah O'Donnell. Biden said no to a 3-minute softball, where the first question is on Ukraine. Second question, Gaza. Third question is, who's going to win tonight? Biden's not really campaigning for president. So Obama's getting the old gang back together. Remember the 51 Intel officials that covered up the laptop last time? Well, Obama's launching a joint national security group where the goal is to, quote, remind people that Trump is very dangerous. That sounds familiar. But in 2024, the American people aren't going to fall for it. We've seen enough hoaxes, and this time, everybody knows it's coming. Investigative journalist Glenn Greenwald joins us now. It seems like the media is now realizing that this just might be a regular election, and they're freaking out. What does that tell you?
It's kind of amazing that the parts of the corporate media that are desperate for Biden to win, which is pretty much every part of the corporate media other than the network that we're currently speaking on, is all but explicit that their real strategy is to ensure that Donald Trump is convicted before the election. That's why they're freaking out, because they know that's really one of their only chances. And if you look at polling data, including their own, the new poll that came out from NBC, what they're finding is that even voting groups that have long been loyal to the Democratic Party, like young voters and Latinos, Trump is now tied with Biden and is consolidating his lead with the Republican voters. And imagine what it says about the corporate media that they spent 7 years telling people Trump is a white nationalist, a fascist, a criminal, an insurrectionist, a dictator, and the American people are just tuning them out, and Trump's lead is increasing. It says so much about how the legitimacy of these media outlets has collapsed.
It does, and now the media is actively censoring Trump live, but at the same time, Joe Biden won't even do interviews with them. I mean, we're going to have an election where no one gets to see either candidate.
I mean, obviously, the Democrats know that among their many problems, probably the most significant is the fact that Joe Biden cannot function cognitively. And anyone who looks at him get lost. Anybody who looks at him loses train of thought in the middle of a speech knows that. They tried to keep him away from the media even in 2020. I think that's why he won, because he got to hide out in his basement due to COVID. This time, with the American people already so suspect of his cognitive abilities, let alone his policy failures, I think they desperately need to keep him away from the media. But how can you do that in an election when the public already has big questions about whether he's even competent to do the job? All
right. Well, maybe Kamala can do the Super Bowl interview with CBS. That'd be a good idea. I know she watches The Five. Maybe she could hear that and then go do it. Glenn, thank you.
All right, Judge. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.